Hello YouTube, I'm back. It's day 19 since the surgery, 18, 19 depending how you count the days. Feeling fine. I want to give you some update on some things and tell you a little bit about how the stage 4 mushy stage is going at the halfway point basically. So some basic vitals. I'm at 281 this morning, which is down 66 since the start of 2012. I'm down 20 since the surgery on January 8th, which is kind of incredible. I think the losing the 66 pounds is probably the second biggest single weight loss I've had from anything I've ever tried in my life. I'm only about 1.5 pounds away from the record, which was 68 pounds, with a coach, personal coach in the early 2000s. So it's kind of weird to look at that number and realize, wow, I'm really doing well. Feeling fine. I mean, I'm really doing well. Went back to work this week, which was a little rough, kind of dragging. Went to bed each night at like 9:30. I had something each night too, which didn't help. So I worked a full day and then did something at night. So I was pretty beat. I'm pretty beat today. It's Saturday. Feel like I could take a nap. So probably should have gone back halftime to start with, but I didn't. It's what it is. It felt good to be back, but it was crazy too. Not that my work is physical work by any stretch of the imagination, but the phone's ringing, IMs are going off, emails are going off, people are stopping by, you're getting pulled into different things. It was kind of a rough week, but it was fine. Healing fine. I think I mentioned the last time I still have that one incision that was pretty sore. It's still sore. In fact, I think it's maybe even more sore than last week. I did something stupid this week. I lifted something kind of heavy. The next day it hurt. I mean, it hurt before I lifted that thing that was heavy, so I certainly can't blame that on it, but it didn't help, that's for sure. It's kind of weird. It doesn't look bad. It's, it looks like all the other scars, but it's definitely more tender. Definitely more tender. The food part has been going fine. I'm doing this mushy food stage where there's just a little bit of mushy food 3 times a day and then drinking water in between. Got to get 70 to 80 grams of protein in a day. Got to get in 64 ounces of water plus a day, or liquids a day. I'm sipping and drinking all day long, which I said in the last video, and all that's been fine. The mushy food is fine. I'm going to make a second video today, which is really exciting for all of you out there, about some of my favorite things from this stage, which I think hopefully will help other people who are going through this. I thought this was going to be a 3-week stage, but if you look at my appointments, it really is going to turn into a 4-week for me, so I'm about halfway there, which surprised me a little bit when I looked at the dates, because I was really kind of hoping I'd be on solid food a little bit sooner than I am, but whatever. Wanted to share a little bit about the vitamins I'm taking. I mentioned it in the last video, and I see on the message boards that there's a lot of people who are taking different vitamins and different routines. So I wanted to share a little bit about my vitamin routine. This is going to be a really exciting part of the video, won't it? So I wake up, and the very first thing I have to take is this Protonics, which is a bunch of little capsules that I add to applesauce that help with my stomach and healing and just making the stomach feel better. It's not great. Kind of is nasty. You kind of have to make sure you get it down with the applesauce, because if they're left over, they're kind of sour and nasty tasting. Then I take 2 Flintstones vitamins every day, which are fine, chewable. I've been taking those for a little while in preparation for this. I take a probiotic every day, chewable, also strawberry. It's not bad, just for general GI issues. I take this tiny little sucker, B12, under my tongue. It dissolves in 30 seconds or so. It's cherry flavor, and it's fine. No problems with that. I have to take an iron every day. This is lemon lime. It's chewable. Not the greatest tasting thing in the world, but it's fine. The key is I have to take one of these nowhere near when I take my calcium, which I'll get into in a second. I think it's an hour I have to have to separate the calcium from the iron. And then I have to take these guys, these 3 large chewable calcium citrates. At the next stage, I'll be able to take a different kind of calcium, which is like a chewable, almost like a Tootsie Roll. Looking forward to that. These are kind of chalky. I have chocolate, which doesn't taste too bad, and cinnamon, which these are. Cinnamon's kind of like a hot tamale, or like spicy cinnamon, which is nice because I'm kind of eating a bland diet right now. It's nice to get a little spice. But they're big, they're chalky, they turn into like this big pile of mush in your mouth, and it's not great, but it's fine. But I can't take those with the iron. I have to keep them an hour separated. So it's a decent little vitamin routine. I've sort of gotten into the swing of things as we go. So it's been working okay for me, no problems. So I want to talk a little bit about NSVs, non-scale victories. People who are on weight loss boards or have gone through plans know about non-scale and scale victories. Scale victories when you watch the numbers coming off your scale, which I've been lucky to see that too. But I had 3 non-scale victories this week that I wanted to talk about, or last 2 weeks rather. First one was that for the first time in about 6 or 7 years, I bought pants at a normal store. I went to Walmart to buy something else, and I'm going through clothes like crazy. I mean, I don't have a suit that fits anymore. I don't have a suit jacket that fits anymore. A lot of my pants are too big. I dropped a bunch of stuff off at Goodwill this past week. But I was in Walmart and walking by the jeans. I needed a pair of jeans because my jeans are too big too. So went over to the rack. Now, in my peak, in like 1999, 2000, I was a size 56 waist. 56, 32, or 34, depending on who made the jeans. Pretty big. So I'm a 46 now. And I had been a 48 before the surgery, pretty comfortably. But it was pretty obvious that 48 was too big. So I went down to 46, and I looked, and Walmart had a few, not many, but a few pairs of 46, 32. Tried one on, felt great. It's continued to feel good, as jeans, often do after you wear them a while. So I bought clothes at Walmart. Bought clothes at a normal department store right off the rack. Didn't have to go to Casual Male, big and tall, which I've always dreaded. Used to have to go for the tall part, and then I had to go for the big part. Not a store I particularly am fond of. Nothing against them. They have their job to do, I guess. But have never really felt great about shopping there. Well, I'm able to buy clothes at Walmart right now. Pretty soon I'll be able to buy clothes at a department store in the mall. And I'm really looking forward to that. The height part, I mean, not everyone's going to carry the tall sizes, but the waist part, at least, I can get clothes from a normal store. Huge mental cross for me to just sort of check off, and it's pretty big. The other non-scale victory I had was after I take a shower, sometimes I'll wrap a towel around myself, walk back to the bedroom. I always have had to use a beach towel, and this past week I used a regular towel. It's still a big towel. It's not like a little hand towel for obvious reasons, but it was a normal towel. I didn't need the beach towel anymore. I just wrapped it around and walked back, and everything was cool. I'm going to try not to do that too much because I got scars on my chest, and I don't want the kids to see the scars. But it was really neat to be able to grab a towel right out of the cabinet, not worry about it, wrap it around me, walk to the bedroom. And then the last non-scale victory was kind of cool too. At work this week, I got recognized for doing something. And at our all-staff meeting, we're about 100 people in the room. I was asked to stand up and be recognized, so I stood up. And after the meeting, like 10 or 12 people maybe came up to me and said, "Oh my God, you look great. You lost a lot of weight. I haven't seen you in ages. Where you been? I can't believe how good you look. You've been losing. You can see it in your face. Boy, I tell you, that was great. That was fantastic. It was really nice to have that. And I've even had people watch the videos who haven't seen me in a while say that I look good, which really feels good. And not that I'm doing this for my looks necessarily, but it really is cool that people are commenting on it and recognizing it, which is nice. So to do, I guess, right now is next 2 weeks. I'm still doing this mushy food stage. I'm going to continue it until the 8th, when I'm hopefully going to get cleared to have some regular food. I'm really looking forward to that. Don't really have a first regular food picked out, but it's probably going to be something with ground beef or something easy. I am going to ask the doctor this week about this painful incision. It seems like it should be getting better instead of getting worse. Probably nothing, but I just want to check on it. I'm going to try to see if I can gradually get a little bit more calories in. I think that's part of the reason that I'm so tired at night. I think it's a combination of being back at work and the surgery in general just knocking you out. And the lack of calories. I mean, I'm not really calorie counting. I'm really protein gram counting and fluid ounce counting right now. But I would guess I'm only getting about 600 calories a day in tops. And I think that's part of what's making me so tired and feeling like I don't have a ton of energy at the end of the day, definitely. So it's just a matter of hanging in there for the mushy food stage to be over. The second video I'm going to make, I mentioned earlier, I'm going to talk about some of the things that have sort of gotten me through that hopefully will help other people who are in this stage. But things are good right now. It's really weird. I continue to have this ambivalent attitude about food. Not that I don't enjoy it when I eat it, but I don't crave it. There was a meeting this week at work, and there were some leftover cookies and little cupcakes and things. So I grabbed a bunch for the kids, took them home. You know, the old me in the car, I would have had 2 of those on the drive home probably. No desire, none, zero. Even when the kids were eating them, no desire to have them. Now, how much of it is that I know I can't have them? I'll get really sick if I have them. Maybe, maybe there's some of that in there, but I think most of it is just that protein that makes me hungry is gone from my stomach. The part of the stomach they remove that has that that hormone in it. I just don't care about food right now, which is really very strange. A friend of mine is going through some tough times, and a bunch of us were making meals for them. I made them a barbecue pulled pork in the crock pot with skillet cornbread, for like a good hearty meal. I love that. I mean, that's one of my favorite meals. No craving to even try it. I was pulling shredding the pork. No desire to pop a bite in my mouth. Just ambivalent about food right now. I like it when I'm eating it, but I just don't really crave it at all. So that's a good problem to have, I guess, at this stage. So 2 weeks ago, before I start eating normal food, probably won't make another video until then. Nothing, unless there's something to talk about. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. It really has been a great experience so far. I can't really complain about any part of it. It's all been expected, which is all I can ask for at this stage. And doing well. So I don't really have a goal in mind for my weight in the next one. 281 now. I'm hoping to be down below 275 within a few weeks, which is my adult low, I guess, since I graduated college, basically. That's the lowest I've ever gotten from a diet before since I've been an adult. So that's kind of a big mental hurdle to cross over. Maybe I'll hit it, maybe I won't. Either way, and this is a good thing. It's a good decision, and life continues. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back relatively soon. In the meantime, I'm going to make another video of these are a few of my favorite things from the pureed stage, and hopefully that helps. Take care.